Start with the Irish Independent this morning. It was, of course, the Irish Grand National at Fairyhouse yesterday, and Gordon Elliot finally got his hands on the prize. He's there with his horse General Principle after an unbelievable finish, really, yesterday in yesterday's Irish National. Ridiculous ground, mud flying everywhere. We weren't quite sure whether or not the horses would actually jump the final fence. I was starting to think to myself, what happens now? Because none of these horses are able to actually jump this final fence, but sure enough, a few of them got over, and it was kind of a stumble to the finish line. General Principle at around 20-1, I think, starting price, winning for JJ Slevin and Gordon Elliot. So Elliot's pretty much won it all now, and he looks in the box seat to win the Trainers' Championship. Punchestown, of course, at the end of the month will be the decisive factor in all of that, but I think he's 3-1 on or something now to actually win that Trainers' Championship.
Still though, you wouldn't put it past Willie Mullins to come back. This might be one of those times where you think, yeah, there's a bit of value to be had about a Willie Mullins themed bet. Yeah,
it looked a pretty long shot last year, and that was even going into Cheltenham, whereas we're at the far side of Cheltenham now, and we haven't had the big turnaround that Mullins enjoyed at the back end of Cheltenham last year. So it would be unbelievable if Mullins managed to turn it around at this point. But still, if there's one man who can do it, it is him. Elliot's Lucky 13 reads the headline on the Irish Daily Mail. Less fancied of Gordon's runners hits jackpot. We can go all the way in Europe, says Leavy as well. That's the rugby lead on the back of the Irish Daily Mail. It's rugby as well on the front page of the sports section in the Irish Times this morning. It's Dan DeMann, pride of the family, on a special day for the Leavys. And the only consolation is that next season can hardly be worse. That's the British press as a result of Saracens getting creamed by Leinster on Sunday. I might just show you the back page of the Times Ireland edition as well. I think that's just reverting back to horse racing again this morning in terms of Gordon Elliott's win on yesterday, in fact. That is the front page of the Times Ireland edition.
Yeah, interesting that schools are going to teach pupils about the age of consent. This is the continuing fallout from the rape trial last week, so it's good to see that there is activity happening on the back of it, as opposed to just the usual talking nonsense that you hear generally in the back of these stories. There's the back of it there.
Yeah, General Principle there, defying the odds in dramatic national, and as you say there, the fallout from the rape trial as well. Continuing the sports pages, John O'Gibbs saying the rape trial has not derailed us, a decision yet to be made after the internal review being conducted in Dublin by the IRFU.
So, the back pages of some of the tabloids. You've got Mo Hope. Van Dijk backs Salah to kill Man City's Euro dreams. You've got Mo Hope, so you do have some hope. It's not no hope, which is what no hope, Mo Hope would have rhymed with. So it doesn't make any sense.
Or is it
makes no sense.
More money, more problems, as in you've got more hope now?
Well, they do have some, yeah. That's what Virgil van Dijk backs his teammate. I mean, come on, it makes no sense.
It does.
I don't know if have you ever read any of the Ian Wright stuff in The Sun? It's barely literate. It doesn't make, it's like it doesn't even scan. Someone should read it back before they print it. It remains one of the game's most glamorous jobs. But if, probably when, Antonio Conte leaves Stamford Bridge at the end of the season, the Chelsea hot seat is also in big danger of being an appointment far from the no-brainer it once was. What the fuck does that mean? Tell me.
Well, you're going to have to read it out about 3 or 4 more times before I can actually finally decipher that.
But if, probably when, Antonio Conte leaves Stamford Bridge at the end of the season, the Chelsea hot seat is also in big danger of being an appointment far from the no-brainer it once was. What does it mean?
I'm still not getting it. Still not even in the ballpark.
But if, probably when, Antonio Conte leaves Stamford Bridge at the end of the season.
Okay, I've got that far. Antonio Conte is in a position where he will definitely leave, is what he's saying.
But let's just ignore that. We can delete that part, right? Antonio Conte's leaving. Mm-hmm. The Chelsea hot seat is also in big danger of being an appointment far from the no-brainer it once was. What does it mean, Owen?
It's a tongue twister, first of all. And
the Chelsea hot seat is in big danger of being an appointment far from the no-brainer it once was. An appointment?
Okay, so the hot seat is in peril of something here. The seat itself. And the seat itself gets appointed to a position of authority rather than an individual who will get appointed into the seat. So it's very interesting. Well, I've never heard somebody refer to a position as kind of an actual animate object, which he's doing here. So the Chelsea hot seat is a thing all in of itself that Ian Wright clearly thinks it is here. It's an interesting theory. It's nonsensical. It makes no sense. He's basically saying the Chelsea job not as attractive as it once was. But you'd like to think that that's what his point is. But
that's what he's saying. So he's trying to say that. But it's in danger of being an appointment far from the no-brainer it once was. Far from a no-brainer that it once was. In danger of. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. However, Tab of the morning to you definitely also comes from the Sun today. Leavy is black-eyed pleased. I like that.
It is good. It's very, very, very good. Leavy, the permanently black-eyed at this point, just always in the wars. And also, you missed the Black Eyed Peas subhead there as well. Damn keen to get this party started.
Oh, yeah.
So,
this is like, there are brilliant sub-editors. Someone just needs to sub the copy. Ian, what do you mean when you're saying it's in danger of becoming a no-brainer, non-no-brainer? What?
I'd like to think that's Neil O'Riordan himself.
Probably is.
Like, big Black Eyed Peas fan, you'd imagine.
Could well be. I mean, obviously they were really much better before they got famous.
They were never any good.
Weekend's class.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, the Black Eyed Peas have never released any good music.
The Weekend is a brilliant song.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Take It to the Max. This is their other stuff. This is also not that... Max Allegri is ready to be the Chelsea boss next season. I mean, yeah, of course he is, because he doesn't have a massive game against Real Madrid tonight. But all the English papers are over talking about Allegri wanting to get the hell out of there. No, I've already done You've Got Mo Hope. Triple threat for Pep. City boss wary of real danger. Pool's front trio post. Okay, yeah, so that's also an issue there, that Liverpool have some good players. Manchester City. Liverpool Man City not actually playing this week, so I don't know why everybody's talking about it. Conte, this is the other one, right? Conte wait to leave Chelsea. You have to read it in a very posh English accent to get.
Well, it has come straight from the UK, this headline.
Conte wait to leave Chelsea.
Exactly.
Can't wait.
Perfect.
Can't wait to leave Chelsea.
Now I get it. I didn't get it until you read it in that English accent.
I didn't either. I was like, Conte, he has to wait to leave? What?
Well, maybe he is. Maybe the...
Read the tabloids with a marble in your mouth, like the Oxbridge sub-editors, and then go, okay. The other thing that's happened, Kevin De Bruyne says, I deserve the top award. Have you seen this?
I actually haven't.
So De Bruyne is like, yeah, I'm player of the year. I mean, Mo Salah's really good, but I'm player of the year.
Well, he is.
I've been brilliant in every game. I've been unbelievably consistent. It'll be great for the team if I win this award.
Yeah, which it will. Fair play to him for coming out and saying it. How many Premier League titles will Mo Salah have at the end of the year? 0. How many Premier League titles will Kevin De Bruyne have in his pocket at the end of the year? 1. And it's mainly down to him.
Mo Salah's got inferior. David Silva's been sensational. Aguero's scored thousands of goals. Definitely, you would say the situation Mo Salah finds himself in is not as good a situation as the situation Kevin De Bruyne finds himself in. So there's room for discussion. It's interesting that De Bruyne is like, I want the award. I deserve the award. Give me the award.
Well, we live in the era of the individual accolade. These things are so important. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo has made no shame of the fact that he loves beating Messi to the Ballon d'Or whenever he does so. And Kevin De Bruyne should feel the same. Winning the Premier League Player of the Year is now an important accolade. I think it has been for quite some time. There was a humility about the award, but there is nothing humble about football anymore.
De Bruyne is older than you.
Of course he is.
He's the spokesperson for your generation. This is who you are now.
I want an individual accolade. I want whatever that is. There's no individual accolade on offer, but if there was an individual accolade on offer...
you can just go hunting for them now.
Exactly, but whatever... I don't know what... I might actually go looking for individual accolades. Best... something or I really can't think of anything I do well. But
if anybody has any good ideas for an award for Owen there, you can tweet us at @OffTheBallAM.
In the meantime, just a couple of more back pages to show you. The front page of the Irish Examiner sports section gets the Masters build-up underway. From El Nino to El Hombre, Tranquil Garcia returns to Augusta at peace with his golf and his life. And we'll show you the front page of the Daily Telegraph sports section now. I think they're also going with the Masters this morning. We'll skip that for the time being and move on to the Guardian back page. The making of Ederson reads the headline here. How Manchester City's number one went from left back to being one of the world's best goalkeepers. There's an interview with him there this week, and we'll show you the Telegraph. Tigers back in the prowl. Paul Hayward is at Augusta for the Telegraph this week, and you've also got Pochettino in line for a huge new Spurs deal. Hopefully that's the same with numerous players from a Spurs perspective. That way they might continue these improvements.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to do it, right? They're a proper top four team. You get a period at bat. You pay your top players. I walked in this morning and Sunday's newspapers were lying around, and it was all about how Dele Alli was playing his way out of the starting team for England. It was like, oh yeah, Sunday's papers, today's chip wrappers. I said, no, don't wrap chips what papers anymore because the newsprint comes all over them. It's a bit gross, right? But you know the theory.
Well, they do when you're laughing at Conte wait to leave Chelsea and stuff like that. Then you're eating your chips out of a newspaper for sure if you actually get that headline first time. But
did you get it first time? Was I just being thick?
Yes, you were being very thick.
Was I really?
Yeah, very much so. I read everything I read in the British accent.
Well, that's different though. That's like
you've got to adjust for this.
No. But it's like I'm just reading this like a normal person. It's like, what does this mean?
No, you were just being pretty thick about it. I think.
Okay, fair enough. Screw you, buddy.
It's clear pun. It was very, very easy to get.
There was one other really good headline which I can't find anymore. I was looking for it there, but so there was another tab of the morning to you, but. Oh, taxi for Pardew. That was my other thing this weekend. Best tweet of the weekend was that the number of taxis stolen by his players was more than the number of wins that he had as a Premier League manager. It's like, well, that's the stat of all time. Who says stats are overrated? I'm all for advanced analytics if this is the type of stuff that they're coming up with.
They must be. Maybe they're just very expensive taxi prices in that part of England. We don't know.
It was Barcelona. They were running it out in Barcelona. They nicked a cab on Las Ramblas.
It's revenge for all the thieves that exist in Las Ramblas. It's like, I got my wallet stolen on the street. I'm now going to take it out on the taxi drivers on this world-famous street.
Yeah. Classy dudes.
Hey, hope you enjoyed that latest offering from Off the Ball. If you want to subscribe, and you should, check out just up here. All our latest stuff is just down here. Generally, knock yourself out.